When does rank stop?
I think a couple more weeks.
Shoot, I've only been going from rank stop 12 to 10 and back and forth, and that's it.
I think a couple more weeks. Yeah, I think if a person makes it to 10, that'd be doing good. He can't hit the broadside of the barn.
I'm going out in Belfast in a ranked.
Yeah, a lot more people been doing that too, but the people that have been taking them out have been getting the first ones blapped. Wonder if they're just not playing it right.
Well, Belfast is a very fragile ship, actually.
Well, they seem to be charging right in.
That's a mistake.
Guy doesn't realize he sits down there with full HP trying to snipe, and then when nobody's left, the whole other team's going to shoot at him and lose his full HP all in the span of a minute. Come on, get that Pensacola. It only has 1,400. I suppose he's not going to shoot it. He's gone. I can't get a shit for experience points. I even rank number 1. I'm number 1. Number 1 loser. I know I should be doing something else, but
yeah, I should be doing another friggin' sandwich. That's what I should be doing. Just got one left and just finished it and started this game. These guys are already capping A. Nobody wants to go A.
Enemy force detected.
oh shoot, I got 1 victory and 4 defeats.
Well, that sounds like me the last friggin' couple days.
Let's see how that affected my win rate. Yeah, I went from 58, now I'm down to 52%. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way.
Do you think maybe, Pat?
Well, see, I'm finding my ships that I'm close on my experience points to getting up to the next ship, and that's what I've been concentrating on.
Oh.
And that's probably I got German BBs don't do so well, but neither do the cruisers. But I got up to the 5 Königsberg, and
The old Königsberg, eh?
Yeah, I think I did pretty good in that.
Yeah, Königsberg is a pretty good ship from what I remember.
I think I've only, one battle, so I'm 100% win rate, but
Sweet.
I got 1,400 XP, base XP. Because I got 2 ships. 50,000 damage. I'm not using any flags or camouflage. Yeah, I know tomorrow I'm gonna be busy, so first thing in the morning is that.
Well, you got that part you gotta put in tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that first thing in the morning. I can get it. But then I got an appointment with the lawyer at 1 o'clock. I couldn't finish my will. I got too many questions.
Well, it's good to ask questions, and even then, you'd be surprised some things you just don't think of.
Yeah, well, they gave us this form that goes through a lot of the stuff, but I still have a unique situation.
Well, you've got what, one sister or two?
I got 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Oh, okay.
But I gotta find out what it, because see, I'm the power of attorney and executor for my mom. I mean, all of her financial accounts, I want to join with her.
Yeah.
But like I said, I got my older sister who never amounted to anything and doesn't like to earn her own way, has lived off the government all of her life.
Oh, okay.
Smoke generator started.
I know I had talked, my mom has financial investments too, but I'm also power of attorney over. And they had brought up the point, because my mom wants to split her estate equally among us 4 kids, and
Well, that's fair enough.
well, I told her that. I said, that's not, except for where my older sister is involved.
Or she's abused that relationship with your mom?
She is stolen. She is stolen from my parents all of her life.
Oh, okay.
And she has always had to run to them for money. I mean, she's older than me, and she was still, just as of last year, trying to get my mom to give her money. And this was after her daughter ripped my mother off for more than $70,000.
That's a big chunk of change.
Yeah, she was physically stealing money from her, and she was telling my mom that she needed, like, she would need money to go to, she was going to college to do something, so my mom cashed in some of her CDs and gave the money all to her. And unbeknownst to all of us, she let her move in with her. And I know she stole a lot of the heirlooms.
Oh, one of those, eh?
Yeah, and pawned them off. All. And she was going to the bank posing because she stole all my mom's personal information, you know, the social security number, everything.
Yeah.
It was posing her, was withdrawing cash out of her account, applied for a whole bunch of credit cards, got a whole bunch of credit cards because my mom has, you know, extremely good credit.
Yeah.
Maxed them all out, and then my mom was getting these bills from these credit card companies, and she was paying the bills until she got to the point where she was starting to run out of money and she couldn't pay the bills. She couldn't understand it. And she finally called me. She said, "I've given all these letters and, you know, all these threats about paying these bills." And she goes, "You know, I don't really remember buying all this stuff." But she says, "I can't pay the bill. There's..."
Because she didn't buy that stuff.
Yeah, she didn't buy this. You know, she didn't buy this stuff. And
Your sister did.
well, no, it was my niece.
Or niece. Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was my older sister's daughter. But you know, because then, you know, my mom called me up. She was just crying. So, you know, she lives about 100 miles away from me. So, you know, went there and she was showing me this stuff, and I'm like, how is this happening? And then that's when I found out. I pulled some credit reports and some other things.
And you seen all these friggin' entries for cards and stuff. Did your mom even know?
Nope.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, my niece was staying with her, but, you know, my mom didn't tell anybody because my dad told me before he passed. He said, "Nobody is to be out here or stay with your mother." You know, my dad was a very smart man. I think he knew what was going to happen, but, you know, my mom was, you know, well, yeah, she needed a place to stay, and I can't.
Well, your dad knew about your sister.
Oh yeah, because he had told me before he passed. He said he says, "I'm done." He says, "I am not giving her any more money." He said she's not tier 5. It puts me in a tier 7 game. I can't compete. Yeah, he has bailed her out, paid for a lot of her stuff. She's always asking for money. And he told me, he says, "I'm done." He says, you know, and that's why, you know, nobody wants to say this about their family, but, you know, my older sister was not what you call an upstanding person.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, she's lived off the government all of her life because she's figured out, you know, ways to She's getting disability. She gets food stamps. She gets assistance. And she figured out how to play the system, and she's been doing it all of her life.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but now the chickens are coming home to roost. You know, my mom has a good chunk of money now, and investments, and and she's got real estate. So there's a lot of money at stake here. So, but when I brought that up to the financial advisors that had the one, because I thought I had heard something, so I asked them. I said, now how does that work if somebody's lived off of government assistance for most of their life? I said, I thought I heard at a point, if they come into money or something, that the government will take it. And they said, yeah, they will. Because like they said, if my mom dies and, and the, everything's divvied out, like the beneficiaries are stated, then they said they have to notify the IRS immediately.
Well, that's standard, yeah.
And they said, yeah, and in that instance where there's been, she's been on assistance, the state is going to want that money back. So they said more than likely the state will take it all. So
that's why a will's so important. Clearly stating everybody's.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's a will, because any money or anything of value that my sister will inherit will be owed to the state. So it's just like, I tried to explain that to my mom. I said, it's just like you taking that portion of the money. It's not going to go to her. It'll go to the state. So your hard-earned money, well, I can't just write one of my children out of the will. And I said,
no, but you got to think of a different way to do it if you want to help her.
Yeah, I said, well, she's not going to get that money, and she don't need help. I mean, not after what she's done. I'm sort of like my dad. I'm through with her, because she never, when my poor mom went through this debacle because of her daughter, she did nothing. She did nothing to help. And to her, she didn't think it was that big of a deal, because we filed charges against my niece.
Oh yeah, because that's fraud.
Yeah, because she just can't say, oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, you got my mom in debt for $70,000, and you stole a good.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she was on the hook for. And I mean, I'm still almost fighting to this day. It's been over 10 years, and I'm still fighting a lot of times with these companies, and more are starting to pop up that we didn't know about. And my mom's credit rating is ruined.
Because defaults.
Well, just, yeah, even though we got this on record, and the court, and of course the court didn't, even the prosecutor said, we have never seen a financial abuse case this bad.
Oh, really?
From one family member to another. They said that they've never seen it on that magnitude.
Yeah.
I mean, the detectives that questioned her, she said, well, they owe me.
Well, thanks, Macek. Yeah, once her friggin' credit's shot.
You know, granted, she's 87 years old, but her and my dad have worked all their life and always had outstanding credit, and for her to come along and all the court did was give her a slap on the wrist, a suspended sentence.
Oh, suspended sentence, too.
Yeah, no jail time. But here's the kicker. She violated her probation 5 times. And every time they refused to revoke it because she had a sob story. That's it.
Man, she's got horseshoes up her rear end, that girl.
Yeah. Well, she plays the victim, and she gets everybody convinced that it's everybody else's fault. that she's just a victim. And I don't. She's been hopping all over the place, stealing other people blind.
Yeah, and once somebody starts doing that, usually there's a cycle of it.
Yeah, oh, and she's very bad drug. But then when she gets caught, she always tells them, oh, I'll go to AA or I'll go to this program. She's been through 25 different treatment programs. But she knows how to play the game. She gets in there, does her thing. Yeah, sure. Gets out, goes right back to it. And my older sister doesn't think there's anything wrong with that.
She's got some, substance abuse problems?
Oh, yeah. She has her whole life. She abandoned her children. But then she stalks them. They want nothing to do with her. Because she abused them.
Yeah.
And they still remember it to this day. I mean, she walked out on them 12, 13 years ago. So it's been a mess. I mean, she's written out of the will, and I told my mother not to have anything to do with her. You know, because she ripped everybody off.
Took no prisoners, eh?
But yeah, that's where, and I don't think my older sister deserves anything from my mom's estate. She's been taking mom and dad all of her life. I used to catch her stealing money out of my mom's purse, you know, and she would say, "Well, here, I'll give you 10, and you just forget about it." And I said, "No," I said, "It's wrong." I said, "This is wrong." Because I said, if you need money for something, all you have to do is ask.
Yeah.
And they're more than happy. If I needed money for gas, I would ask my dad, "Hey, can I have $5 so I can put gas in my car?" Open up his wallet, no problem. No, somehow she got some thrill about taking it. Yeah, but she's got 4 kids by 3 different guys. Every single one of her kids has felony jail records.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, they're not even, some of them aren't even 20 years old yet.
Damn.
Wait, maybe they are. Maybe they are now. They're that young, and they had felony records when they were 18. Every single one of them.
It's not a good way to start your life, I'll tell you.
No, she was never a mother to any of them, but I just don't know. It's just like the rest of us. My brother has 2 kids, and they both own their own homes, have steady jobs, have good jobs. And my younger sister, she has 4 kids. One of them's a bioengineer.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's her youngest. Her youngest daughter. I mean, that's my favorite niece. You don't like those. They have a favorite niece, but yeah, she owns her own house, and she's just turned 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I mean, she hunkered down. Yeah, she's a biology engineer, works for a major pharmaceutical company. My youngest sister's oldest son is well, he works for the state or the federal government in Child Protective Services, but he's in Virginia right now. And her oldest daughter, my other niece.
Yeah, I remember going to Virginia.
So I mean, they're all successful. They got jobs. And my kids are successful in their own ways. And my Sonny owns his own house, and got my 2 granddaughters. So none of us have had any problems staying out of trouble, but my older sister was always in trouble, and all of her kids, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
They have felony records. They're 18 because they had extensive juvenile records too. So I don't know, what do you do? And they don't want to change.
No, that's something that you have to make a conscious effort to change. It doesn't happen on its own.
But at least none of them ripped their grandmother off. One niece was the only one that did.
Yeah, and she took a big chunk. That's $70K. That's a lot of friggin' money.
Yeah, that's what she had my mom on the hook for, just in the credit cards. We're not exactly sure how much actual cash she stole from her, because she was going to the bank, withdrawing money and taking. Yeah, she was, and physical stuff that she took from the house, and
well, little trinkets and everything like that.
yeah, like the electronics. My mom said that she asked to borrow the DVD player and the TV, and
Never come back.
they never came back. She said, "Oh, somebody broke into my apartment and stole them."
Oh, yeah.
She hawked them to buy her drugs.
That's not a good life. Well, I'm back to rank 10 now.
Yeah, that rank stuff, I don't know. It should be done. Because you just can't pick and choose who's going to be on the team with you.
No, and if anybody thinks that they're good enough to carry a team, I friggin' beg to differ. I haven't seen anybody that's that good.
Yeah. Like, you see those people all the time that they get on there and they go, "Oh, my back hurts." Somebody will go, "Why is your back hurt?" "Oh, from carrying this team." And then it gets to the end. You look at the team list, and they're way at the bottom.
Well, that's just like the game before we lost, and I think I ended up number 3 overall. But before the end of the match, one of the guys put in chat, the Belfast. I'm in the Belfast. Meanwhile, he's below me in the friggin' leaderboard.
Yeah.
What is it with these guys?
Because they don't want to take responsibility for.
They die, and then they complain that you don't carry them to a win.
Yeah. Oh God, 343 already. Or 443 in your case.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to check the GPS, see what's going on.
Oh no, she doesn't get off till 4:30 my time. But it's hot outside. I think the last I checked, it was 34 Celsius.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Frig, we were, this morning it was only like 13 Celsius or 12 Celsius.
Yeah, our low tonight's only supposed to get to 21.
Well, we're probably going to get that weather anyways. Seems to be the trend. A day or a day and
Alexa,
a half after.
What's the temperature in Celsius?
I'm just checking it right now because it has warmed up.
Oh.
And yeah, we're up to 23. And we got a severe thunderstorm watch warning now.
Yeah. No, Alexa just said we're at 32.
Did you end up with some severe thunderstorms yesterday?
Nope.
Well, we've got that. Yeah, it was only like 12 degrees Celsius this morning. Like that was at around 7 o'clock when I was out.
Uh-oh.
I'm 1 for 1.
Somebody must have reported me for bad play. I don't know how. I think this karma thing is a bunch of bullshit.
Oh yeah, that karma system's just nuts. Just another thing for guys to abuse.
Yeah, I never use the reporting feature unless, somebody's F you this and F you that in chat. Then I'll put misbehavior in chat.
Yeah. I usually don't. The only time I usually do is when they're really, really bad to the point that's.
Yeah, they just keep.
Yeah. And if they private message me, I'll usually report them because I think that's crossing the line.
Yeah.
Somebody upstairs. I gotta check the door. I wonder if that's that part being delivered. I'll be back in a couple.
Okay.
luck. He said it either come this afternoon or tomorrow. I bet you it's not going to come till tomorrow.
How do they think they were going to get it today?
Who knows? He may have just said that to appease me, too. You don't know if these guys are telling the truth.
Yeah, well,
But
unfortunately, I do.
thing I got to watch out for, the girl upstairs, if she's home by herself, she won't answer the door. And nothing worse than having to you need a part. Like hot water is kind of like a necessity. Now, should I try another ranked or what? I don't know. 1 for 1 so far. I'm back
while
down
you're
to number 10.
even.
Let's give it another shot, see what happens here.
Okay, Jeff.
Hey, listen, I've only got a 45% win rate.
So Jeff goes, God damn it.
Oh, I know. He gets so emotional over these things.
Well, no, he's not loud. He's like, oh, God.
Is he a
damn it.
musician, or did he dabble as a musician or something at one time?
I don't really know. Or maybe you're thinking of me.
Well, no, I was thinking of Jeff because he's got some different kind of music from the end. He was talking about keyboards.
Yeah, because that's what I play is keyboards.
Do you play the piano?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful instrument.
Yeah, and then I can play almost any. I mean, piano, and then, I play the trombone.
Oh, okay. I went over the concert pianist. Man, was she ever stuck up. She was on the cover of Vogue, and man, oh man. Everywhere I went, guys would be all over her, even if she was with a guy. It was just friggin' nuts. Never do that again.
No. Oh, I'm going to abuse myself and try another game in this New York. I don't have enough to get the upgraded hull, so I'm just going to have to.
I don't even bother upgrading them. I just work through till I get to the next one up.
Well, no, yeah, I mean, that's what I got to work through to get to the next ship. The upgraded hull. Not like tier 1 or 2 when you get enough off of one battle where you can go to the next ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, they do that on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
EDTs, and this is the first time I have not had a CV.
Yeah, it seems to go in cycles that way, doesn't it?
Well, ever since I started, got up to tier 4, there was always, every battle in tier 4 had 2 CVs each side. Now that I'm in 5, I was having 1 CV, and this is the first game without a CV.
Oh, okay. out of the 3 caps, which is good.
Over a minute and a half into the game, and I'm just now made of my full speed. I always love when a team member clicks on your position and says, "Hurry up and get up here."
Sure.
Says,
How
"I've been
quickly
at
you
full-"
want me to die?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it's like I say, I've been at full speed since the start of the game. Yeah, this ship, the way it, 18 knots is the top speed.
Take you forever to get anywhere. But we got 3 out of the we got 3 of the caps already.
Well, let's hope that's not a bad sign. It's kind of hard to defend.
Well, they've
3
only
caps.
lost 1 ship. We haven't lost any.
Well, yeah, it's still even hard to defend 3 caps with 7 ships.
Yeah. And they seem to be on the run right now.
No, so yeah. I got a turn, so it's going to take 3 of my turrets, minute and a half to turn.
Requesting fire on the designated
They're down 2 ships and we're down 1 so far.
Seriously, I've been turning. Oh man.
What happened?
smoke screen set.
I just get barely hit by 1 shell and it sets me on fire. Well, the one nice thing about a fire when you're at full HP, you just go ahead and let it burn as long as you don't get hit by anything else, and then you can recover it all.
Yeah.
All stations reporting the position. Our victory is in sight.
Well, we actually
out of-
might win a second game, believe it or not. We're ahead 813 to 164.
Yeah, you think that would be hard to screw up?
Oh,
there's
guys,
some-
seen guys do it before.
Yeah, some teams can.
We had a win, so many times had a win on these guys just because they want to do damage. Friggin' turn a win into a loss. See, just now the our Sinop just got torped by that friggin' Gaja. So anything can happen yet. Still
Well,
11,
that's
11
another-
and a half
that's-
minutes left in the game. A lot of time left.
Victory is in sight.
lot of time for anything to happen.
And those guys that play for the sign, they get a little overconfident. They think that thing's going to plow through everything.
Burn the city to the ground.
Yeah, because the ranked game that I won, the enemy team had 3 of them.
Your concern is that the Russians are secretly selling weapons to Venezuela?
It would fit a pattern.
I'm sending you back to DC.
I'm not going. We do this together. I can live with that.
I hate to tell that guy that hydroacoustic search doesn't work when you're on the B line. And that's something that we started off this game. They lost 3 ships. We had none gone. Now we got 4 ships left, and they've only got 4 gone.
You know, that's which way that game's going.
I can't turn and get in range and reload soon enough to get.
Well, I'm lucky. 2 wins, 1 loss so far.
Oh, am I going to get a kill? No. 6 shells, and all of them missed that freaking Atlanta. Oh, somebody got it. I just can't turn fast enough in my turrets.
Would you just get like 1 each day? Give me that coal! I don't know how I have these.
Oh, now my mouse froze up.
Your whole friggin' screen.
No, just the mouse.
Are you familiar with OBS, Open Broadcast System? Well, it's used for streaming and stuff like that. But I've had issues where it's crashed on me the last few days, especially when I've had 3 cameras on the one. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's just too many resources. I don't know how the kernels are set up on the thing or whatever. But it could be the beta software that I'm using for the Canon camera. So what happened was I got a Canon camera on the cheap, and I picked up a friggin' third-party AC adapter from China, obviously, somewhere. And I had to just make a bit of an indent by the battery thing so I could use a dummy battery in the AC adapter. And I've made it work, believe it or not. So I put that together, so just for the little bit more than what it would cost for a new webcam. And a DSLR just has a much better picture than these webcams.
Oh, yeah. Hell is hitting me that I can't see.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
And it's just one after another after another.
Yeah, but what happened when they shoot? There's supposed to be a gun bloom where you can identify them, and it doesn't seem to work.
No. God. Well, it's a Konigsberg, but how is it firing that fast? I'm getting good broadsides on this combo, but I can't take it down.
Oh. Are you using HE on them?
No, I'm using AP.
Well, what are you driving? Konigsberg? Are you in the Konigsberg?
No, I'm in the New York.
Oh.
Konigsberg that I can't even see is the one that at 70,000 in damage, but that combo should have been done because I did a good full broadside on it. It only gave me 4 pens. All the rest were over pens or ricochets.
Oh, I hate some of those friggin' ricochet games. Holy smokes.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to win this one. I mean, we took down about 3 more of their ships between the 3 of us, and now there's only 2 of them left. Point spread isn't too bad, but now they're taking. So we had 2 caps. Now so that Indianapolis could take out that Helena. Helena.
Okay, here's the Commander XP one. Oh, I don't have enough for that. Don't have enough for that one. Says I got enough to build something else, but maybe this. Maybe I don't want this one. Oh, maybe that's not such a bad one.
So you can build structures when you get oil, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much oil it takes for you to build things.
Huh. Well,
Because I haven't cashed in for my containers today yet, so
oh, okay.
you usually always get oil for that.
Yeah, and that's where the naval battles helps a lot too.
Yeah, well, one ship, but they're down to 4 now.
Oh, okay. So I got 1 submarine token. Should I cash it in?
Oh yeah, oil. Then we'll get more coal.
think that's it. Done them all. 6 out of 6.
Probably should have been 7.
Well, rental of, okay, so it says here, rental of 3 submarines. I got 1 out of 1. 500 coal, 6 out of 6.
Okay, yeah, so you got all 7.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you're right. It's a rental of 3 submarines. I just highlighted it.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, though. Did you try it?
No, not yet.
I don't even know if I'm going to bother.
Well, somebody said they thought it all. Can't remember who had them already. But on my regular account, I still haven't earned them. I'll think today's the last day, so I'll give them today. Wait, the last day I get them.
Well, some of the guys say the submarines are pretty cool, but I don't know.
Yeah, if there were anything like they had in the with the Transylvania one or whatever, where you had to come up after so long. to
Oh,
get air.
I didn't even try those.
Yeah, that's yeah, they were really hard to control. I've only got one. It's hard when you got a super container.
Oh, really? What are you getting? What are you getting? I'm going into one more rank. I'm going to do just one more.
50,000 free experience.
Free XP?
Yeah.
Well,
I might use that to get
that's how, that's
rid
one.
of some of these albatrosses.
Oh, you mean move up in the ship? What the heck's he want? Oh, that's nice. He's checking in. Who's the boss, you or him? Well, it sounds like you're a pretty valuable employee for him.
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know how his business runs. He had me call because he was like, you know, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? And I'm like, I said, we already got the updates. You don't have to pay the money for them. But I said, you know, I'm laid off, so I can't go around and apply the updates.
Yeah.
And I said, and then if I leave it to you, you might do it wrong.
And then that means twice the work if he does it.
Because I said, you know, if you screw up these updates, then you screw up the whole platform.
What are they, point of sale updates?
No, they're for getting.
Oh,
But they don't always, because a lot of the game manufacturers, I don't know why they made a deal with Dell computers, and those Dell computers just drive me nuts.
I just find they're pretty basic.
Oh, they're very particular on what they will take. Like for this one game, we have to, you know, we get a USB drive update, put it in the computer, you know, turn it on, it boots up, it'll find that, then you know, you can tell it to update, and it'll just read off that. Well, half the time it doesn't read it, or it'll read it, and it'll say this flash drive contains no update information. You gotta go around to all the different USB ports. That's the first thing.
Oh, really? Are that finicky?
Yeah, and then if doesn't do it by doing that, you know, because you know a lot of the USB ports are used to drive the other peripherals on the game. So
Yeah.
Push, you know, unplug one part of the game and plug that part and put that in the.
Well, you know what? I'm having a problem with the Z170 board is Thunderbolt memory shortages. I don't know why it's doing that. There's no updates for the BIOS for a number of years on this board.
With the Thunderbolt.
Well, Thunderbolt's just it's off the USB.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to go to the Thunderbolt
Yep.
site and get the specific update.
Oh, is that right, eh?
Yeah, my laptop here has the Thunderbolt, but they have an update for it, which,
Yeah, but I don't even use it. But it's causing USB problems.
oh yeah, it will if it doesn't have the right software because it knows it's a Thunderbolt port and it wants the correct software.
Okay.
I always hate when you have to go through 3 hulls on a ship to get to the next ship.
Oh, yeah. I gotta give you credit. I'm not so sure I'd want to start over again. A lot of guys do it just to pad their stats.
Yeah, it was kind of fun doing it because you didn't. Because obviously you start out with the now they put you in the bots.
Yeah.
But that can be just as aggravating too, because some of those bots are really good.
Oh, tell me about it.
But if you see progress, that's the whole thing. You can play and then you can progress. You actually feel like you're progressing.
Some of these.
To the one point where you're stuck with a bad ship.
Yeah.
And you just struggle to do it, and that's what makes you aggravated.
Some of these bots seem like they got rail guns.
Oh yeah. Or else they just know just exactly how to hit you.
Yeah. Okay.
told my wife I was gonna bring the toilet out in the living room.
Gonna bring what out into the living room?
I'll bring the toilet out into the living room so I wouldn't have to go so far.
Oh, jeez. You're gonna have to get a dumbwaiter.
Yeah. You have to be really dumb.
We might actually win another game here.
Since when is putting on a better hull destroy your concealment?
No, it should be the other way around.
No, I'm going up to the next hull, my concealment's going to drop by 9.
That's weird.
Oh, I finally have AA defense. I guess I didn't have, the other hulls had no AA guns.
Oh, is that right, eh?
Oh, no wonder I was getting...
No wonder the friggin' CVs were friggin' getting you.
What's that?
No wonder the CVs were getting you.
Yeah, and I was wondering why I wasn't shooting any planes down. But thinking I had my AA shut off.
She on the freeway?
I'm sure she doesn't breathe until 4:30.
Isn't it already 4:30? Oh, it's only 4:25 or something.
Yeah. Also, I can't sell the B hole.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Holes had no AA.
What ship was that?
Miyogi.
Oh, really? It had no AA on both the first two, eh?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well, same amount of hit points. Same amount of turrets. But I get 2 more secondary gun turrets. I haven't had no secondary hits because I can't get close enough.
Yeah. What's the range on the secondaries?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Secondary. 3.5 kilometers.
Oh, that's not very much.
That's maximum.
But then if it was a World War I ship, then it probably seemed to be okay.
Year of design 1910.
Because wasn't the New York originally a World War I ship? And the New Mexico as well?
1914.
Yeah, so that'd be World War I then.
Yeah.
Dang, I got a friggin' win there, Pat. Holy moly.
2 wins, 1 loss.
Actually, let's just double check. 3 wins, 1 loss. Last couple days it's been like 1 win and 4 losses, but today it's 3 wins, 1 loss.
Oh, maybe today is your winning streak day.
It's funny how it goes that way, doesn't it?
Yep. I've noticed every other day, one day's good, the next one's bad. The next day's good, the next day's bad.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, is this coincidental or is it, there just seems to be too much of a rhyme and just too coincidental, if that makes any sense?
Yeah, I think if you get too many wins and then the algorithm kicks in and then
And then oh, okay, good point.
I think they're trying to keep everybody at 50%.
Well, trying to maintain 50% is not easy. Bag of coal and 6 flags. November Foxtrot and equal speed Charlie. Now there's not going to be any new ships in the armory till that next patch. I don't see anything interesting in the armory at all. I was thinking of buying that Piotr Bagration, which is that tier 8 Russian, but then I got enough tier 8s already.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth buying anything less than a 10.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. 9 or 10. And I think that's what I'm going to stick with, just buying 9s or 10s going forward now. Because even when that mains came out, that looked interesting. I was tempted, but then I don't play much of my lower tier ships anymore. Mostly play 9 and 10. And I only have the other ones kicking around still, just in case something happens at the lower tiers.
Yeah, you never know if rank's going to be at 6 or 7.
No, exactly.
You know, that's when a premium 8 comes in handy, but how often does that happen?
Yeah, see, I've got a few premiums, and, you know, I try to play the premiums because of the credits, first and foremost. Yeah, so I was tempted. I almost pulled the plug on the Piotr, but I said, nah, forget it.
One more game before I decide to make. I hope it doesn't be a long one.
Yeah, what's for dinner tonight?
She's gonna get hot dogs.
Oh, weenies, eh?
Yeah, barbecued hot dogs.
When's the last time you did that?
Last week.
You ever tried doing hot Italian sausages or something like that instead?
She can't do anything spicy.
Oh, okay.
And really, I'm not supposed to either.
Well, it's not good for your bowels anyways, for guys anyways. But I do like spice.
I like a little, not to the point where you can't enjoy your food.
No, you got to find that right balance.
Yeah.
But that's where, you know, a smidgen of lime really will smooth things out. And, you know, I learned that from the Cubans. When I was down in Key West, you know, there's a lot of Cubans down there. And they have this hot soup in a cup. And you get a wedge of lime, you put that in, that takes that heat part away, but you still get the nice taste from the spice. And when I was married, I was lucky. I had a wife who was a great cook. And you should rip me off for everything I owned and then some. Between her and her dad. How far away is Oklahoma from your state there, Pat?
I'm trying to think. It depends on where in Oklahoma you want to go.
Well, I don't know where this guy was, but this guy was working for my father-in-law. He claimed to be the nephew of Meyer Lansky. And he was in jail from Oklahoma and working operatives up here in Toronto, like for a whole year before I even knew about it. While I'm sleeping with my wife, she's trying to steal my friggin' business. Had 15 Arabs in the business, and I was clueless about it at the time. But he was coordinated all from jail in Oklahoma. And then when he got out, came. They didn't want him in the States, and they let him out early. He was incarcerated for 6 years, but the FBI just friggin' used one of their female operatives to marry him to get the goods on him. And so when he came back here to Canada, then they finished coordinating their plan with Boris Yeltsin, because that's where the big money was, stealing from the Russian people. And that's how Putin got so rich. And that's how friggin' Trump was in on that too. That's why Paul Manafort was his campaign manager. A lot of people just don't know how much money. There was just so much money being laundered that's why the Panama Papers and the Paradise Papers came into play. And just 1 month alone, my father-in-law took out 97 billion Canadian dollars out of Russia and laundered that. And Putin, guy that was not from a wealthy family, all of a sudden was worth 56 billion, 73 billion, and now 200 billion. But then I just found out recently my father-in-law died just 2 years ago, so I gotta see what I can get that's owed to me. But the wife, she remarried to a guy that they're living down in Florida. And I don't know if you know, but up here we got a supermarket chain called Loblaws.
No, never heard of that.
Okay, well, it's a certain family, Weston family, and that's where like Prince Charles, and they all went to school together. This goes way back. So she's married to this Ackley Shove III, and living down in Naples, Florida. It's amazing what some people will do just for money, Pat. You know, like what they'll do to other people just to get an advantage over them. It's just unbelievable. And do it without remorse. Yeah, exactly. It's just like having pancakes on a friggin' Saturday morning. Sounds familiar. I don't. Who else was in that one?
You know, I can't remember. I just remember it was pretty much just, this guy just went around screwing everybody just for the money and kept telling them, well, it's not personal.
Huh.
Yeah, well, this was my family business. Well, it's
yeah.
nothing personal.
No, you know what irks me is the fact that it takes as much effort to do that from that point of view as it does to do it honestly, where everybody benefits. So why would you do it where only one benefits? Like, business was not meant to be that way.
Yeah, you want the power.
Yeah, but come on, I don't understand that even. Like, I understand what you mean. But why would you want to have power over another human being? We've all got freedom of rights and choices. And, you know, same as being married. You know, it's a two-way street. You don't get married so that you can be empowered over another individual. Are you telling me it friggin' jammed again?
Yeah, now I'm it's making me turn broadside because I can't slow down.
Oh, I've had that happen where I'm just turning around in circles and just friggin' getting obliterated. Damn, you've had rudder problems all day today.
What's that?
You've had rudder problems all day today.
Yeah, that was 4 hits, and every time it took out my rudder.
Man, I remember one night that happened to me as well. Couldn't believe it. Seemed like every shot would take out my rudder.
Well, keep putting me in these games. Two-tier tearing me up.
Well, I was in the, what was it, the European DD. And for whatever reason, even if it was just one shell that hit the ass end of the ship, my rudder'd go out.
Yep. Well, you know why they do that? They want you to put those upgrades on.
Yeah, but I don't want to do the upgrades. I just want to get up to the next ship. Because I don't like playing at tier 4 and 5, to be honest with you. I just find it a little too slow paced.
Trust me, it's not like it used to be. I'm getting just as agitated now.
Well, like, look at like you said, 33 seconds for a reload. You know, that takes forever.
Yeah, I saw the